My name's Lane Bailey. I'm the Deputy Director of the Broadband Office. And you can probably tell since Glenn's not here, that means he is officially on paternity leave. We don't have news of a baby yet, but we'll share any information we get, and hope everybody keeps Glenn and his wife Julie in their thoughts. Yeah, we'll very happy for the couple, and we'll try to keep things running in the broadband world while Glenn is out. But yeah, thanks for joining us today, and let's get started with the Arkansas Broadband Leaders Network call. Noah, you want to take us to our agenda? We're going to share some updates, go over the resources that we've covered this year in these calls, and then open it up for discussion. So big news. You probably saw the press releases, maybe some updates. December 4th, last week, we got that final federal approval of our final proposal. That was the big one. NIST, Institute of National Standards and Technology, or Institute of Standards and Technology, formally approved our final proposal. That was the big one. We were one of the first states to get that approval. That means we can start moving forward on our own within the state. Huge news. Very proud of the team for leading the nation there. The next step is to go to the General Assembly, the Arkansas Legislative Council, to get appropriations approval. The next available window would be the February meeting of ALC. Is the next logistically possible window we could get into for that. Noah, you want to go ahead and hop us to the next slide? There's our high level schedule. So NIST approval is complete. ALC appropriation window expected in first quarter 26. First possible window is the February meeting. It could fall into the March meeting. We expect to execute sub-grant agreements with the ISPs also during the first quarter of 26. We can't do that till we go to ALC. But so first quarter of 26, that's January, February, March, we get ALC approval, get sub-grant agreement signed with the ISPs. That's our goal for the first quarter. And that means second quarter, we'll get the environmental reviews completed and actually see shovels in the ground for all of these projects. All right. So after all this, I don't want to say waiting, all this work, all these years, all this effort, we can finally start to see dirt being turned up, shovels in the ground, contractors on the ground, fiber in the air in the next 6 months. So very excited, so proud of this team, so proud of all of y'all who've been so involved, all of the effort. It's finally here. So congratulations to everybody. And yeah, it's here, we can taste it. So with that, we'll move on to the next slide. All right, I'm gonna turn it over to Noah to discuss the informational meetings that he and Glenn have been so deeply involved with.
Thank you very much, Lane, and good morning to everyone. I have been super happy and excited to be on these BEAD informational meetings and running some of them myself. It's bittersweet. We will be wrapping up these meetings at the end of this month on December 30th. All 3 meetings on that day will be virtual, and they will be on Teams. So we can look at this table below to see a schedule. It's going to follow the normal schedule we've been following with the in-person meetings, the 9 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m. format. At 9 a.m., we will cover Scott, Montgomery, and Polk counties. At 1 p.m., Sebastian, Logan, and Johnson. And at 4 p.m., we will cover Arkansas, Phillips, and Desha. For those of you who are not familiar, these meetings allow our team to walk through the BEAD program results at the state and county level. And we also allow for provisional selectees, the internet service providers, to discuss their BEAD projects at this county level. Our goal for these meetings is to have local officials and leaders attend to get an idea of what is coming to their county or municipality next year, and specifically discuss ways in which local officials can help accelerate these projects by assisting with any permitting issues that might come up, utility locates, and maintaining that open line of communication. This type of communication is super important, and it is what helps get these projects done as soon as possible. I generally send out the invitations for these meetings about a week in advance. So if you would like to be included on any of these invitations, or if you have any questions about the provisional results whatsoever, please reach out to me at noah.haynes@arkansas.gov. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, Noah. We continue to monitor developments regarding non-deployment funds. Those are the, let me start over. As you know, Arkansas was allocated about $1 billion in BEAD funds, just $1.02 billion in BEAD funds to reach all remaining broadband serviceable locations in the state that had not been reached or did not have another award to reach them. The final BEAD rounds came to about $305 million. So that's almost a $700 million difference. What is going to be done with that $700 million? We're tracking what's being said in Washington. It changes from time to time. There's still some talk in Congress. There's still some talk at the U.S. Department of Commerce. We're tracking that. We're in constant coordination and communication with all parties involved. But to discuss it much more would be speculation, and I don't speculate publicly. But just, we are prepared to move swiftly to meet any federal requirements, state requirements, legal requirements. So that's the best we can do, is stay prepared and have a plan and have the resources and the legal framework in place to act in the state's best interest, broadband office's best interest, stakeholders' best interest, and that's where we remain. We're informed and we're prepared. So that's where I'll leave that, and we will hope that these funds can be used for the best interest of the state and the citizens. So with that, we'll go ahead and move on to the next topic, and that is ABLN resources. So, I checked out of the office for about 8 months, and back in last month. I missed a lot of these ABLN meetings, but I know from the ones I did attend, these have been great resources. Been a lot of great guest presenters. We do not have a guest today, but want to do a year-end recap of just all of the resources, links, and guests that we've had. The summary slide deck that Noah's going to share after this meeting today contains a year's worth of links. All right, I'm not going to go over them all during this call today. I don't want to bore you to death, but we've got the links of the entire year's worth. We've got our links to our own broadband map, NTIA resources, the Fiber Academy, including its newer programs and locations. We've got information about the launch workforce programs, AmeriCorps, the county broadband committees, and more. So be watching for Noah's slide deck today for the December ABLN call, because it's very important. It's resource rich, it's information rich, and most importantly, it's got all those links covering a year's worth of ABLN resources. So I wanted to make sure you'd be watching for that when Noah sends it out later today. So with that, like I said, today's a very short program. We don't have a guest speaker, but with that, I wanted to open it up for discussion and kind of in there. Noah, do we have anything in particular from the chat? Bunch of AI and Rick, I appreciate that. It is good to be back. It's really good to be back. This place feels like home. And I do apologize that Clint's not here. He's our communicator. Quiet bunch this morning. It's time to break for the holidays, isn't it? We've had a very successful year here at the Broadband office, and I know you all are as excited as I am to get shovels in the ground, and we're almost there. I don't see any hands up, and I don't see any questions in the chat. I'll give it just a couple of more minutes. And there's Joey Andrews. Will there be an opportunity to add new addresses for fiber in the future? I'm going to punt that question, Joey, because some things might have changed in the 8 months I was running around doing other things. So Noah, I'm going to punt that to you, and you feel free to offer to come back later with an answer. But Noah, can you help me out?
Yeah, absolutely. Joey, thank you for this question. It's a great one. So as it stands, there are no more broadband grants in the pipeline that our office knows of. Obviously, new homes are always being built. New homes are being added to the FCC broadband map. So it's not impossible for that to occur in the future. However, as it stands, we're unaware of any, but we will update you guys if they pop up. In the meantime, if you have a house or a location that is not appearing on any of the maps and you're worried it's not being included in a grant program, please reach out to me and I can give you detailed instructions on how to get that added to the map. I hope that answers your question.
Sure, Joey.
All right, Joey.
We'll
Yeah,
get you links to those maps.
yeah,
Old locations.
absolutely.
Okay.
Please reach out to me. I'll drop my email in the chat and we can get this figured out.
Okay.
I did receive that.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you all. I think I'll hang out for a few minutes. The rest of you, I hope you have a great weekend. Stay warm, and we will see you at the next ABLN. Noah, do we have it on the calendar?
Let me check. We usually do once every 3 weeks. So I believe the next one is January 23rd.
January 23rd. And we will try to do our best to keep you updated on Glenn's fatherhood situation. Thanks, Hunter. You as well.
My sister.